skyline of Phnom Penh is littered with unfinished building projects. Modern-day Cambodia is witnessing an unprecedented growth in its economy. But this chaotic growth is fueling a wave of land grabs and forced evictions. More than 400,000 people have been evicted in the past 10 years to make way for vast economic land concessions and sprawling urban construction projects, forcing the urban poor back out into the countryside and rural farmers off the land that feeds them. Human rights defenders, those who stand up and protest for the rights of those being evicted, face death, imprisonment, and constant intimidation at the hands of a government complicit in the evictions of its own people. OMCT, the World Organization Against Torture, sent a mission to Cambodia in order to see how human rights defenders there are standing up against the government and ruling business elites in order to promote and protect the rights of those being evicted. Stephen Masao is a Kenyan human rights defender and the chairperson of the Rights Promotion and Protection Centre, who was asked by OMCT to travel to Cambodia and meet fellow human rights defenders.
I'm here because of to come and share the experiences with Cambodian human rights organizations in areas of human rights and mostly so matters relating to land and housing rights in Cambodia. The mission being purely to strengthen the voice of civil society in Cambodia through the sharing of experiences. Cambodia is one of the developing countries, just like in Kenya. They are faced with serious challenges in terms of development, and the land being one of the key factors of production in any economy. It remains to be a contentious issue.
Human rights defenders working on housing rights face a particularly difficult situation. Not only does the state fail to protect them, it also pressurizes them and criminalizes their activities. To understand why this is happening in contemporary Cambodia, one must first understand the history of the country and the role the Khmer Rouge played in shaping all that came after them. Led by radical communist Pol Pot, the Khmer Rouge took control of Cambodia in 1975 and embarked on a monolithic social experiment that would cost the lives of an estimated 2 million people. The regime envisioned an agrarian utopia, free of material possessions and the roles and responsibilities of family life. Private property was abolished, land titles were destroyed, and city dwellers were marched into countryside labour camps where they were forced to work as farmers. Under the Khmer Rouge, private property was abolished and all records of private land titles were destroyed. When the regime finally fell in 1979, all land was considered either unregistered or state property. A 2001 land law allowed people to apply for legal ownership of a property if they could prove that they had occupied it uncontested for at least 5 years prior. But many people did not know about the law and failed to apply for their land titles, leaving hundreds of thousands of families vulnerable to a growing wave of land grabs.
មនុស្សតែប្រមាណ7-8 នាក់ទេគឺគ្រប់គ្រងដីធ្លីរហូតដល់ទៅ20% នៃដីទាំងមូលនៅក្នុងប្រទេសកម្ពុជា
But you know, in Cambodia, there is no the list, you know, that clarify about what is the state public land and what is the state private land. Because of the people, you know, in Cambodia, you know, more than 80% of the Cambodia rely on agricultural land. You see, they need land to plant the crop, to plant the rice, something like that for their livelihood.
អញ្ចឹងបើសិនជាភាគីអ្នកមានលុយរកស៊ីស្រុកខ្មែរឲ្យតែមានលុយបង់ជូនទៅរដ្ឋាភិបាល 30% នៃភាគរយទុននឹងទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងគឺសញ្ញេលើខ្នងយើងលើក្បាលឡានក៏បានមិនបាច់ទៅសញ្ញេណាឆ្ងាយទេ
the government and those local authority and they never conduct, you know, the consultation about the environment or social, you know, impact with local authority and also the people.
ប្រទីនបន្ទង់គ្នាក្នុងការផ្ដល់នៅដំណោះស្រាយដល់យុត្តិធម៌ជូនប្រជាពលរដ្ឋហ្នឹងគឺនៅមិនទាន់បានទទួលជោគជ័យនៅឡើយទេ
ជាក់ស្ដែងដូចជាការអភិវឌ្ឍរបស់គាត់គឺគាត់បានបំផ្លាញនៅសុភមង្គលនិងអ្វីៗគ្រប់សពបែបយ៉ាងដែលយើងមានចា
Those who have been forcibly evicted to relocation sites like Andong now endure hardship and poverty far worse than what they experienced before.
ហើយក្នុងកន្លែងម្លុកកន្លែងនេះគឺពិបាកមែនទែនរកអ្វីព្រៀបផ្ទឹមពុំបានទេសឹងថារកអីក៏មិនបានហូបចេញទៅរកស៊ីអីក៏មិនបានព្រោះផ្លូវវាឆ្ងាយរស់នៅរាល់ថ្ងៃនេះពួកខ្ញុំរស់នៅនេះអ្នកណាចាប់បានធ្វើប៉ុណ្ណាប៉ុណ្ណឹងគឺពួកខ្ញុំអត់មានអីសង្ឃឹមទាំងអស់តាំងពីការរកស៊ីតាំងពីការហូបចុកកន្លែងដេកកន្លែងពួនឲ្យរស់នៅគឺវាអត់មានរបៀបមានរបបអីទេរស់នៅដោយសត្វឆ្កែអញ្ចឹងរាល់ថ្ងៃហ្នឹងហើយបើយើងមើលជីវភាពរស់នៅពេលដែលគេបណ្ដេញប្រជាពលរដ្ឋចេញពីទីក្រុងទៅនៅជាក្រុងហ្នឹងគឺជីវភាពរបស់គាត់ជួបបញ្ហាលំបាកយ៉ាងខ្លាំងក្លាទី1កន្លែងថ្មីរបស់គាត់ហ្នឹងគឺគ្មានហេដ្ឋារចនាសម្ព័ន្ធដូចជាផ្លូវថ្នល់មន្ទីរពេទ្យសាលារៀននិងជាពិសេសគឺមុខរបរហើយទីកន្លែងហ្នឹងគឺឆ្ងាយពីទីក្រុងភ្នំពេញដែលគាត់ពិបាកទីក្នុងការសិក្សារបស់កូនក៏ជួបបញ្ហាលំបាកដែរអញ្ចឹងគឺពិបាកខ្លាំងក្លាមិនដឹងខ្ញុំមានសង្ឃឹមអីទេអត់មានទេចារាល់ថ្ងៃហ្នឹងពិបាកណាស់រាល់ថ្ងៃដេកទៅគិតដើរក៏គិតមិនដឹងថ្ងៃណាមួយគេលើកគេដេញពួកខ្ញុំទៅទៀត
In provinces all across the country, the Cambodian government is leasing hundreds of thousands of hectares to the agribusiness industry for cash crops like rubber and sugarcane, many of which are exported to the EU through preferential trade schemes. In Kompong Spur, local residents lost their land to the Phnom Penh Sugar Company and are now fighting to get back what they say was taken illegally from them.
អញ្ចឹងខ្លាចជាយើងនេះម្ចាស់ដីដែលម្ចាស់តំណាងសហគមន៍នឹងខ្លាចជាអ្នកទូនៅលើដីខ្លួនឯងទៅវិញអញ្ចឹងវាយើងមើលពីផ្ទុយនឹងច្បាប់ខុសពីច្បាប់ថ្ងៃខ្ញុំពឹងផ្អែកទៅលើការធ្វើស្រែហើយនឹងចិញ្ចឹមសត្វ
What they really want in Cambodia is mainly for like the agriculture. It's like because like Cambodian land soil is quite it's really good. So that's of course like what they really want to invest in Cambodia is mainly for the agriculture.
បាទអញ្ចឹងយើងមើលទៅវាបាត់បង់ដីទាំងអស់នេះហើយធ្វើឲ្យយើងអត់មានកន្លែងសម្រាប់ចិញ្ចឹមសត្វពាហនៈឯងដោយសារនេះគឺចូលបើគូយើងសត្វពាហនៈយើងគូទៅចូលស៊ីអំពៅនេះគឺត្រូវក្រុមហ៊ុនចាប់យកលុយបាទមួយ 50000 មួយ 100000 អញ្ចឹងហើយគូយើងមាន 3 4 10 នោះអញ្ចឹងវាអស់ប្រហែលគូ 10 អញ្ចឹងវាឡើង 50-600000 ពី$300ហើយអញ្ចឹងយើងអត់អាចឲ្យគូជួលនេះបានទេគឺអាចមើលនៅខាងក្រៅនេះហើយខាងក្រៅនេះមានស្មៅណាបើគូយើងរាប់រយក្បាលអញ្ចឹងទីនេះគឺគេហាមឃាត់ព្រោះបានគេដាំអំពៅហើយ
Intimidation from the company and from somehow also from the government side and also they're using like the force the military and to just like threaten the community.
There is no clear systems on how the people can participate in development and therefore it's a violation of their rights because as a community they own the land. And if there's any development which is to happen, they need to be at the forefront. And this cannot be a development apart from a development of a few individuals, and mostly so those who are in power. The question is this development sustainable enough does it factor in the forces of the people and what the future of the people is in terms of owning and therefore participating in the development towards the future of the Cambodia?
Powerful companies and even more powerful politicians use the courts to sue human rights defenders and citizens, kick people off their land, and prevent them from speaking out.
The court system, and also like the individual judges. So yeah, they not independent. But the thing is like you facing with like the people who really high ranking and powerful. So somehow you cannot really win the case because like those really kind of control like the judicial system.
However, we also found that in Cambodia there are many good laws, but the problem is the implementation of the law.
យើងចង់បានគណៈកម្មការសិទ្ធិមនុស្សជាតិមួយដ៏ឯករាជ្យដូចនៅប្រទេសថៃដូចនៅប្រទេសផ្សេងៗដើម្បីជួយការពារទៅលើប្រជាពលរដ្ឋបើសិនជាតុលាការឯករាជ្យនិងការគោរពសិទ្ធិមនុស្សក៏វាអាចមានការខ្ពស់ផងដែរ
At Bongok, over 20,000 people were forcibly evicted from their homes after the lake was pumped full of sand for development purposes. The 133-hectare site was leased for a fraction of its market value to a high-ranking Cambodian senator and close ally of the Prime Minister Hun Sen. Tap Van E is a human rights defender who has faced threats, intimidation and imprisonment in her fight for justice.
ដូចជាការប្រើប្រាស់នៅកម្លាំងសមត្ថកិច្ចតាមដាននិងឃ្លាំមើលយើងគ្រប់ពេលវេលានិងគ្រប់ទីកន្លែងដែលយើងទៅហើយទី2ដូចជាការដល់ពេលដែលយើងចេញតស៊ូមតិត្រូវបានគេប្រើអំពើហិង្សាចាហើយត្រូវបានគេចាប់យកទៅឃុំខ្លួនទោះជាយើងបារម្ភយើងភ័យខ្លាចយ៉ាងណាក៏យើងត្រូវតែឈានទៅមុខនិយាយរួមទៅសម្រាប់ដោយអារម្មណ៍ខ្ញុំគឺខ្ញុំមានការព្រួយបារម្ភដែរមិនអត់ទេចំពោះគ្រួសារ
សម្រាប់តំណាងពួកយើងជាសហគមន៍បញ្ហាប្រឈមខ្លាំងទី1គេប្រើប្រព័ន្ធតុលាការគិតបង្កត់អញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំរងហើយគឺគិតពិបាកចិត្តឲ្យរឿងដែលគេតាមដាននឹងឯងអញ្ចឹងគឺយើងមានបញ្ហាច្រើនតាក់ទងនឹងការគម្រាមកំហែងជាច្រើនដូចជាការគម្រាមកំហែងចាប់ខ្លួនការបាញ់គម្រាមការគម្រាមតាមរបៀបយើងថាជាអ្នកញុះញង់ទៅលើក្រុមសហគមន៍ដោយសារតែយើងបង្កើនសមត្ថភាពទៅលើសហគមន៍គឺចោទយើងច្រើនណាស់តែយើងទៅតុលាការនិយាយពីដល់ដំបូងទៅតុលាការគឺមានកងកម្លាំងដាក់អាវុធបានគម្រាមកំហែងគឺលើកតាំងបេមកភ្ជង់យើងឃើញផ្សារព័ត៌មានផ្សាយមានលើកបេដូចធ្វើសង្គ្រាមជាមួយយើងអញ្ចឹងណាបាទសិទ្ធិភាពអាវុធដែលមកធ្វើសង្គ្រាមអញ្ចឹងជាប្រវត្តិពេលនោះគាត់ញ័រសាច់ទាំងខ្ញុំទាំងអីគេសិទ្ធិថាអាណាដែលហ៊ានមកតវ៉ាកន្លែងតុលាការនេះបាញ់កវត្តចោលទាំងអស់អានេះមួយ
when there is eviction we first we go to monitor when the monitor we have like for example for filming or sorting or to get information ហើយជាពិសេសទៅទៀតនោះគឺប្រព័ន្ធតុលាការយើងនៅព្យួរឈ្មោះនៅក្នុងតុលាការរាល់ថ្ងៃអញ្ចឹងបើគេចង់ចាប់គេមាននីការឲ្យស្រាប់បាទអញ្ចឹងយើងដើរទៅណាគេចាប់យើងបាត់ទៅមានណាដឹង during our operation we always face with the citizen from the authority also
ហើយយើងមើលឃើញថាអញ្ចឹងរដ្ឋាភិបាលនៅតែមានសិទ្ធិនៅតែមានអំណាចរបស់ខ្លួនថាគេតាមដាននឹងឯងទៅណាក៏គេដឹងទៅកន្លែងណាគេដឹងយើងធ្វើអីក៏គេដឹងអញ្ចឹងព័ត៌មានអីក្នុងការនិយាយស្ដីនេះគឺយើងអត់មានសិទ្ធិអញ្ចឹងបានយើងថាអានេះហើយដែលជាកត្តាដែលគម្រាមខ្លាំងបំផុតអញ្ចឹងកិច្ចការងាររបស់ពួកយើងខ្ញុំគឺធ្វើតាមរបៀបគ្រោះថ្នាក់ច្រើនយ៉ាងណាពីព្រោះតាមពិតទៅយើងធ្វើជាអ្នកការពារសិទ្ធិមនុស្សបានន័យថាយើងបានដាក់ចិត្តនិងលះបង់ស្រេចទៅហើយថាវាមានរឿងអ្វីដែលកើតឡើងចំពោះយើង dân phụ dân nhom nẹt sớm kết ní cứ còn mình toàn ao tầm lại luôn anh thay chỉ nẹt cà phê sân mình nục đò bị chia bray đây.
The United Nations describes human rights defenders as those who, individually or with others, act to promote or protect human rights. According to the 1998 UN Declaration on Human Rights Defenders, they have the right to conduct human rights work individually and in association with others, meet or assemble peacefully, and make complaints about official policies and acts relating to human rights, and to have such complaints reviewed. Because they work to ensure that governments are transparent and individuals have access to equal rights, human rights defenders should be protected under national law while reacting against or opposing through peaceful means acts or omissions attributable to the state that result in violations of human rights. Instead, they have become an all-too-easy target for governments and societies willing to suppress them and the work they are fighting for.
I've seen within Cambodia, and I say again, just like in Kenya, when many of these communities are evicted, they are left in a very deplorable conditions of life. And therefore, the question is about how then do we start looking for accountability of these governments? And that's where the civil society has to come in.
In a country whose government continues to forcibly evict its own people, corruption, impunity, and lack of accountability are all challenges that Cambodia's civil society face. However, it must also provide the protection human rights defenders are entitled to in order to carry out the work that they do. In spite of all this, human rights defenders across Cambodia continue standing up for the rights of others.
Tôi chỉ dân bà rом, dân phây cái chẳng ná, dân trời tại chiên tầm mục, dân trời tại to su, dân trời tại to tăng đừng tiêm tiên để cho tôi thôi là bao dân mà mình.
Bà chỉ bọn nổ sụp không ai bởi nẹ để khiên tiêm tia Paul bởi dõi bỏ bởi chiều bởi rọt nẹ để hiên ca phê sật nụ cứ nẹ nâng trâu tới lẹ bỏng mà bạn có hiên nổ phê bạch bọn mùi phụ nhom này mùi khá nhom này chị đàm
hay bà sân chỉ dân khát dân mình hiến ngợp to su tiêm tia để cho tôi thôi tế cứ dân nâng ai slap là ngày khói hay dân nâng ai bỏng phai nâng sạc sụp hẹp một cô rồi bao con cô rồi bao cái dân từng ngọc này